Yeah.
But I have to be upright for that. I can't be down. Like
Yeah, if you catch me out on the footwork, that is the best setup.
But that's definitely when I've got a rock on.
Yeah.
I can't be down here. It just doesn't work at all. You're too planted. So that's the best for that.
You got to be careful of the rock because it can be used against you.
Oh, definitely.
Where they can start timing you going back,
and
then also you lean into it, and then like someone impaling you with a push cut.
Well, it's the best against them, but it's also a bad for
The
you.
lunge is good if you time it with something that's coming down the middle.
Yeah.
So like if someone does some kind of headshot or stab or something, and you do that kind of lunge, like the number 4, washing the hands, that's where it comes in, and I like it a little narrower. Otherwise, they usually go out to about there. Yeah. So I can pull back and block so that when that comes back through, then I can enter and do my other kind of stuff.
Well, I was doing more lunges to get you to draw your hands or head back.
Yeah.
Because like that's where I wasn't getting close enough.
Yeah.
So I'm sort
You're
of
going
you
see now even if I pull that back, you're going to hit that. So you now force a reaction where I have to either address that or use my feet.
But now I'm a lot closer. Like I can't pulgada here.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's the difference. Before you were missing by like that much, so I wouldn't even have to move.
Yeah.
And then the second you went past, I go bang because I knew I didn't.
Because I felt I could.
I was thinking about offense, not defense.
Yeah.
The moment you triggered my defensive response, it made me move, which gives you more opportunities for an opening.
Yeah.
And as long as you're not like just going, I'm going to get that one. Oh, I missed and go for lane. So I'm nearly always
it's always a counter.
Expect that.
He's going to pull back.
Yeah. But then I leave that down there at the bench and then go for do a pivot as I do
it's either that or the driving in or whatever.
Yeah.
But
it's mostly I'd wait with it down a little.
Yeah.
It's hard because you could just get sniped, Ray so fast he can kick a leg out. Tom and Jason are getting better at that as well.
I'm happier keeping that aimed at you because when your response, when I get too close, you'll just probably lash out.
Yeah.
So that aimed at you is okay.
It's funny because I found that when I aim this at people, they go for the hand. But if I drop the tip down, they go for the head.
Okay.
Yeah, it's such
even in that really close.
Yeah. It's such a weird.
I presume when
it's such a weird thing. But like even if you pull back here, and you see that aimed at you, nearly every time you go for that thumb.
Oh, okay. You are looking very open.
I know. But if I do that same thing and just have it pointing down here, you go for my head nearly every time. And it makes my deflection so much easier when you go for the head.
Yeah.
Your flinch response is just jump and you go down and I go, shit, and it's like annoying. Yeah. And there's sometimes that I can still get the deflection, because that might work, but it's less the fact that I'm going spine deflection up like a Florede or whatever.
Yeah.
Instead it feels more like I'm doing that flare out, like I'm doing the block for a katana.
Yeah.
Like I'm going down here, and as you go for that, feels more like I'm doing that. Like if I don't flare the blade side out, most of the time you hit my hand. Like if I just try to go spine to do that, my hand or arm gets hit. So I have to flare that out to protect the hand, and then I can come back with something.
Well, the good thing now is when I come down here, when I do a shot here, I always come back.
Yeah.
And that actually puts that in the right spot to then fire again.
That's
it's
it.
loaded.
And you got left foot forward, so if I did step forward, you've got all your washing the hands stuff you can do.
All sorts of stuff
you
here.
You can parry it through, you can do Australians and stuff.
So that's, okay. I'll just keep playing around with that. But I'll think about more not running through the 1 to 7 in different positions.
Yeah.
And you're right, whether I'm leaning right over or whether I'm more upright.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this works beautifully, and then I get down here and suddenly one's high, one's really low.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm thinking Largo 1 and 2s, great with the lean.
Yeah.
But the second that you do them and you've come in, you have to have come up to the 3s and 4s.
Yeah.
Especially the closer you get, the more vertical. But even then, if I do this and I pivot out, if I do 1 or 2 shots here, I'm going to actually slowly extend back, just so that I have that range, so I can sort of do my sway and move around. And like most of the time, the other person stays vertical, which means you now have an pulgada set up when they go.
Yeah.
And especially most people are relying on the pulgada more than the block deflection, washing the hands kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So actually a lot of systems like the washing, the block deflection stuff more. That's like traditional Filipino martial arts, like more most discreetness and harnesses and whatnot. But the pulgada beats all those usually.
It does.
It's just the other people that do Ilustrisimo that also pulgada, and there are some Filipino systems that do the same kind of things, and Kendo systems as well.
Yeah.
There's a few of them that use the pulgada rule.
But it is realising when it is good to pulgada and when you're too close.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what
the whole game
yeah.
is to me, is me going, all right, it's pulgada, oh, it's no, it's too close.
No, it's too close.
Can you adjust in that moment when we switch without telling, and you're going, all right, and can we now switch between too close and too far constantly and double up on some of them, and hopefully they do the wrong defense. They think they can dodge when you're in range and they should have blocked or parried. And other times when they should have dodged because they're far away, they've done a parry and instead it's put their hand out, and now you can just go hand scoop or something.
Yeah.
Because that's the other side of it all, is when they should have done an pulgada and instead they've extended with a block or a parry, and they've just put their limb into danger.
Yeah.
That happens with lower ranks more. With the higher ranks, it seems to be, or people that are like got a little bit more understanding of the offense and defense, they're the ones coming in that are now messing up the pulgada ranges. Like that's what Ray said he does against people that have like a mid to high Ilustrisimo level.
Yeah.
Where he's going, he's everyone's then knows that they can read the movements and they've got pulgadas down, and he's going, all right, well now I'm going to step in, screw your pulgada up, now we're going to play washing the head.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's much
Can
harder. And it is. Pulgada is a lot easier and quicker to learn. Like it's hard to get a perfect pulgada range. Like Mangomos and Flores is ridiculous.
Yeah,
but the base level pulgada range is way. What's up?
Just riding.
Yeah, no, I'll swap sides.
Yeah.
But like the base level pulgada, I find is way quicker to teach to a low level student than it is to teach any of the Corto washing the hands.
Oh yeah. Like Thomas, we taught him just go back a bit and miss and come in.
And even like the base level blocking system that Ray showed us originally, which was like the chest spike.
Yeah.
And just to move the head. And I think he was just going Estrella, reverse pluma, and down.
Yeah.
Or even, oh no, he did that, didn't he? Went that side and that side, so he always set the flat of the blade against the blade.
Yeah.
That, and he just showed us those three at the beginning.
Yeah, that was how.
And now it's got
spinning wooden blades.
5.
Yeah.
But like now that's got all the with the spins as well.
So do you worry about being dead on centre line? Like
With
coming
what?
in, or when you're attacking?
It depends what I'm wanting to do.
Do you consider that dangerous?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you always just
It
try to get to the
depends,
side.
once again, it depends what I'm trying to do. If it's a Largo thing, I don't want to be too in the middle. Most of my stuff starts in the middle.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to curl out
Just off,
and come this
just
way.
off.
And even when I'm doing my center line kind of thrust,
Yeah.
a lot of time I'm coming out. So my thrust is still going down my center line, but I'm moving off your center line constantly.
Yeah.
It's dangerous to stay there. But if I wanted a Corto thing like reverse pluma, a lot of the time I actually like staying on the center line.
Yeah.
And then it's me.
Oh, when you're that close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I'm coming in and I want you to, if I stay on the center line, you keep driving towards me a lot of the time. It's going to go, oh, he's right there, he's right there.
Yeah.
The longer you wait to put that into play, then they go, oh, crap.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very close.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because from here, when I'm down here, then if I want to go back that way, if we straighten up, I have to be careful not to put my head through and stuff.
Yeah.
I presume it's better to do a shot or something that makes you have to do something as I move my head.
Yeah.
Because that was my trouble. I'd come around here.
Still like do a thing where you try to stay out of range of that.
Yeah.
So if I do this, I'd almost diagonally go backwards and cut the hand.
Yeah.
So you're still out of the range of the radius.
But a lot of the time I'm close.
Yeah.
And as you turn, I want to go back
If
that
that's
way.
here, I'd do a check more. So I'd almost do the 2 hands and then do the slice and the number 4. So it just depends on whether you can slide forward or backwards.
Yeah.
And other times,
But
I'm just going to do that block and move my head out.
You need to be able to come around the other side.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be a danger spot.
Yeah.
Like you come around to
Like
here.
a lot of time, I'll do that step
Yeah.
and that cut that you're saying.
Yeah.
But then I'd go to that block immediately.
Yeah.
Because like say you're in the middle.
Yeah.
And you're gonna cut my wrist as you step out.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna do the block where I flare it out.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like to the ribs.
Yeah.
Because that's usually gonna continue through, and now you get your counter, and then you got the opportunity of you can either step back here as you do the stab. So kick your left leg backwards and left leg. So you can do that as well actually.
Oh, it's only if you attack, I straighten up.
Yeah.
But with that out there, you
Yeah,
don't come
I do
back.
that and just go straight.
Yeah.
And then you're back in pulgada range, or you can step in, or you can just step that way with your right foot and go for my throat
Yeah,
and a
just
slap.
get away
But
from
then
it.
you're gonna have to block again.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's gonna come back
yeah.
through. Because they are gonna, when they realize they've missed this,
Yeah.
they're gonna go, instead of going retract and attack, they're gonna go out and they're gonna chase. And like so, between each thing, I'm gonna either go for an pulgada, a deflection, or a block. And the blocks are easiest of them.
Yeah, look
It's
at
the-
it. I think
the block's the highest risk, I think.
I think I forget to block a bit
Yeah.
because I think spine
Yeah,
deflection.
that's what I was saying
whatever
before.
I'm
Like
doing.
we're getting too greedy with the shots, where we're trying to go cut and headshot, and we're trying to
Yeah.
get two in a row
Yeah.
without giving enough respect to the other person, realizing that that's more than one or two beats, and we're just assuming the other person's not going to do anything in that one or two beats. We're going,
Yeah.
no, they're in range, and we're both at a high enough level that we understand that no, they're going to do something. And even an untrained person is just going to swing at you.
Yeah.
Even as they're coughing it, they're just going to swing out. And like,
Yeah.
that's why when they're out here, it's real dangerous. You can get those thrusts, but this nearly always comes down still, even if you land the thrust.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what I'm worrying about now, is I'm going, yeah, okay, I want that shot, but defensively, am I in a safe position afterwards? And if not, I'm half the time changing my shot. And I'm like, if it's something that's going to be a deflection or a block or something instead, which I don't usually do.
Yeah.
But now finding in that close range, like what Ray said, it messes with them. They can't get out to the pulgada. And they're so used to you trying to dodge, they don't expect you to jam it or parry it or whatever.
Yeah, so that's actually better coming in.
Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
it breaks the pattern up then as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll muck around with that.
Yeah, shut the mask on and stuff.
Yeah, give it
easy.
a go. So we put in
Yeah.
action.
That's it. It's all about application at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Can we do it? No, not that one. Go to the suns, some water. All good?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. I don't. Do you want me to stand on that side?
No, no, I want some maskers on, it's fine.
Yeah, true.
It's just, yeah, without anything.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's going. A lot of time I have to your hands, especially if it's out a little bit. I can't just go near the hand.
Yeah.
Because Ray and stuff will realize that's gonna miss unless you stop and do a stab. In which case he does like what you did then, like a number 5 or a horns of the ball, vice versa, and they'll just play hand counters and chop your hand off. Where they know it's going to miss, they're just going to go now and just go push cut.
Yeah.
And go crap. That has to be real.
Yeah,
And then that's going to go. And ideally, you want it to almost hit before you step.
Yeah.
A lot of time you're going to have to step because your balance will be off if you don't.
I know.
So,
Yeah.
but the hard part is that if you step first,
Yeah, it's too
that
easy.
exactly, they see it. So you have to try and hold the step back a little bit later.
Yeah, you were telling me that last time. I was coming
Yeah.
in properly and attacking your hand,
Well, like,
but you said I
at
could
first
see
you
it.
startled me a few times because you didn't do like that deep before.
Yeah.
And then after a while, then I started to see you go like this,
Yeah.
and I could
you
tell,
could
I
just.
could see whether it was going to be real or not. And I already understood the range to know that you had the step for it. But if I saw
Yeah.
the step first, I knew it was a real one.
Yeah.
But then we're both clashing here. Like we go for that, and we were getting each other. and like whether it was arm or head or whatever. So that's where both of us need to go defensive, because if I went here and you went for me, you could pivot, clamp and come up like that.
Yeah.
And same for you, if you do the same.
Oh, yeah.
If I went down, then you just turn.
Yeah.
Now you've got the same setup, you can just push
If
in,
I try to
clamp and go for me.
Yeah.
So even here I'd clamp down.
Oh yeah.
And then exactly, and you just keep walking in. We have almost the exact same counter setup, just one's from high and one's from low.
Yeah.
But it's whoever's more patient there.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
You gotta pause.
Yeah, you both almost laugh sometimes when we both pause and wait and we go, you noticed that, right? Like, and like that's funny because you kind of give the other person respect. You go, you're not just gonna fall for like 2, 3 like bait counters. All right, it's gonna be deeper.
Yeah.
Interesting. Like And I only pause there for like a beat. If it's more than 2, they come up with something like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's stop and then go.
Yeah, exactly. But no, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
All right. A lot of it, I'm actually just stepping into range without doing a shot sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll just step in
And see
and
what's-
people go, you're in range, and just lash out a lot of the time. So I'll do that and just move my head. And if I see that there and you're just going to lash, I'll get an easy shot. You'd be surprised how many of the lower ranks, if you just step inside the pulgada, because they go, this is the only range. If you go here, they just attack automatically.
Nice.
The broken rhythm.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what you were doing as well, and then you froze when I froze, so I was like,
Yeah.
I will do it. I'm coming in with very little intention.
Yeah. I tried to come in deeper, but like you said, if you're not,
It didn't hit my hand, so I was able to wait. And
Yeah.
then the moment it went past the center line, I was able
it's
to do my
just
own.
sitting there. So
Yeah.
it's
Once again, if it's not going to hit my hand, if I pull
Yeah,
it back.
if it
I think
just-
it was out here, and as you went for it, I
Yeah.
think I pulled it back and then was able to
so
go.
it's got to go deeper once
It has to
again.
be able to go to my ribs almost.
Yeah.
If you can't touch my ribs, then I can just
Yeah, you
guard
just
you.
fire in.
Yeah, and even then, you can touch my ribs here. I can still step. So every now and then you'll go deep enough to touch that, and they're still gonna do like the slightest like step back re-entry shit. So it's still quite hard to do.
Well, that's
but
what I
unless
need
you
to-
trigger a response then.
Yeah, I need to get in deep enough,
Yeah.
pull it straight back,
Yeah.
and be ready.
Yeah.
Because if I leave it there,
And even if you can either go straight back to that, or you can go straight back
yeah,
to
whatever's
the
happening.
pivot. But like, yeah. And different setups, different
Yeah.
options. Yeah.
So that's. I'm trying to come in and go out to the side.
Yeah.
But
It's hard.
you can
man.
just turn.
There I turned back. And
Yeah,
like,
it's just there.
Yeah.
So
But that in itself is, I think you're pausing with the hand there too long,
yeah,
because there, that to me looked like a hand bait that Ray does to me all the time.
yeah,
Wait, he does that, and then as you go for the hand, he pulls that. And like, he uppercutters at the hand there, and that goes past, under, and he comes back and does this shit, and I thought that's what you were doing for a second. And I was just like, oh, I want to go for it, it's right there, and I'm like, is it a trap? And I'm like, oh, it wasn't a trap, cool. And even then, like, sometimes that's the scoop as well. Yeah. Because like, you've got it so lined up on that side, so you do that again.
Oh, yeah.
And then if I as I go for that, scoop, and go lower, exactly. And then half time that's there. If you step back that way, it's slash and then stab. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just like, you're doing the right entry thing, it's just you're pausing after doing it, which is good to see, but you're pausing for too long. And it's letting me pick a target.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So like, if you retract your hand, I'm picking head or going around. So like, you're out here, I see your hand retract, I'm going in, like whipping these kind of stuff. And if you leave your hand out, half the time I'm doing something like that or that.
Yeah, that's fairly
and
cool.
like,
Okay.
But it's hard, like, they're always going to be the two main targets though.
Yeah. Speed assist. Not feeling it yet, but okay.
It's like I mean, the other day, I was just very spaced out.
Oh, it's not spaced out, just it's how quickly do you get into it.
And so I'm trying to reduce. Sometimes it takes me an hour, other days it only takes me 5 minutes. Ideally, you want it to take you like less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole fight can be over in the first 10 or 20 seconds. You're not faking as much.
Yeah, I'm trying to rock, move through.
I think you're slightly too close, so that when you're fake, you're actually in range all the time, and that's when I'm landing. And like you're rocking, you're almost in range, rocking from
so you can
deep in range to just on range. But if you were here, now you'd be just in range, out of range.
I think
you're just too close.
I'm still having trouble. You know how you said to threaten the hands or the head?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to go up near the head, but every time. Yeah, I'm just in that. If I've got the distance
wrong. You go
wrong,
too much near the head, and you're out, and I've got to lean or something.
Yeah, and I'm
just getting these shots of like going under and
okay. It's that whole trying to put pressure on and threaten.
Yeah, you know what it might be as well. Yeah, you're doing the second Dorello step.
I haven't got most of the time I've got that wrong so far, but
I think that might be it. If you automatically just start to do the second Dorello, like you can wait with the hands, but you almost start the feet already.
Yeah.
But you can do this, and the hands almost pause there for a second, but the feet continue.
Yeah.
So that's here, and then that will come through. I can do that a few times because when you were pivoting the other day, even like with you katana, Dos Manos was harder to hit you than it was on the machete stuff.
Yeah.
And because of that, and when we switched back to Solo Espada the other day, from the Dos Manos, your defense was way better, your footwork was way better, your head movement was way better, because you were just fighting as if it was like here, and then you just kept pivoting. And I remember that just being super hard to deal with, and being like, all right, like both in Largo and Media, we didn't really do Corto as much.
Yeah.
But you were just covered up the whole time, and you were just really you weren't as forward leaning, but you had like a hunch almost the whole time. Going around, you're able to move your head. like
But
that.
then is that too closed?
No,
Like, did you not see any?
Yeah, but then you're still doing attack, so you weren't just covered up the whole time.
Oh, okay.
So you'd be here, and then you go.
Yeah.
Like it's still moving like that.
Okay.
That seemed harder. And a lot of it was because you're still doing like developing pivots.
Yeah, trying to come through.
And a lot of it was like not giant pivots, you're doing it just enough to line the tip up to come in. It's just enough to move your hand off the line.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go back to that for a minute and just
Yeah.
see if that helps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll do it on the track and I'm almost going back to the same thing. And as you mix in some washing the hands. Yeah, a little bit then.
Yeah.
I think I usually would have hit your hand there,
Yeah.
but you pivoted away.
But I just had that small
Yeah.
pivot, yeah. Okay. That's already helped having it right back.
Yeah. And it even just dips it further back.
Yeah, just
Like,
gives it that inch.
Yeah. That's one of the main similarities that I'm seeing between Solo Espada and the Dos Manos is that defensive stance.
Yeah.
And it's even easier if I got my left foot forward, but I get it, but it's not always. A lot of time I got my right, it's just a dip. And I really have to kick that heel out. It feels weird, but
I was thinking speed assist, but then I'm caught there.
yeah, it's unfortunate because I've just done that.
Yeah.
So I was already unwinding and I usually go low.
Yeah.
I saw you go for my hand, so I went over
Yeah.
as you dropped. That was already better than what like a couple minutes ago. You're moving way more, you're defensively a lot more like, covered up.
Did
you,
that-
you were opening yourself more before.
Yeah.
To, like trying to set up stuff, but you weren't retracting back to the defense afterwards. So the opening part was good.
Yeah.
But you stayed too open afterwards. So you can do that.
Get
Do
back.
that. You need to do the follow-up step and defensive retraction.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, no, well, that felt a bit better, so
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Nice. It's like I'll do an entry, and you're like big slash. I'm like, oh fuck. Nice, with my fingers.
And you have a death shot.
Not good range.
Yeah, I've got to move more.
Yeah.
It's good to be slow, but
If
when I'm
if you stay
when I'm
still
too
too long,
slow,
I just circle around you.
that was better already, and
Yeah.
that's picking up the pace without being too fast.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't a crazy fast
No.
speed. Like that was, I wouldn't say it was slow motion, but it's not fast either.
Yeah.
It's just steady. Like, I like that speed.
That helps.
You can see and read what's going on. Yeah,
Yeah.
you still can get surprised by something if you're in the wrong spot or wrong placement with your hands.
Well, that's where it needs. You can get a bit of a flinch response.
Yeah, yeah.
Without being too fast.
Yeah.
So okay.
No, that was good. That felt a lot more flowy as well.
Yeah, that was good just at
Yeah,
the
and
end.
well, like you nicked my pinky on one when you did like a scoop,
Yeah.
and like we were only getting like very minor nicks on each other then. Like you landed a couple on me, I landed a couple on you, but the amount I landed on you went to about a third of what before, and
Yeah.
you weren't landing before, so now you are. Now we're about even.
Yeah.
So no, that was good. Even then, like, if I stay here and you do that, I get
Yeah.
fucked. So I have to step that way. Otherwise, like, if I leave, you're just going to circle around. You just see all these big triangle openings to get behind.
So at least...
And I can retract it.
Yeah.
But then you can sort of slap through the head.
Come through.
You just a big hack, like, bang.
Yeah. So that at least made you move.
Yeah. So like, even then, like, even though there was no attack, like, really going for me, just because you got here and going, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, and I had to flip it around.
Change.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, yeah, that's good. Your range understanding's getting really good.
Yeah. Well, it's when I can float in and out.
Yeah. You're not too planted with the lean, but you have a constant little hunch.
Yeah.
And that seems to be the difference. Because
I
if you lose the
get
hunch, then you all of a sudden you can get startled and get tight in the back.
Yeah.
When you have the hunch, the most you come up to is a slight lean. And you're going from here to here, but you're not down here planted like before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
There's still a place for those lunges where you get a bit more planted.
Yeah,
like if they come too down the middle, I really find that like with like that, where that deep lunge,
I think
that's
right
super good. The closer you are to this, the safer I find it.
Yeah.
And then you can get all those retracted circular side stuff.
Once again, that'd be nice with a big backhand.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's just
Because you see it coming.
Yeah,
It's easy to get to that. And yeah, exactly. And that's pretty, like, even with the Corel harness system that we do, we've taught day one, step in to block the forearm, left hand, left foot. So we're used to entering on backhands like that, but I see it down the middle a lot as well. If I just step in with that left foot and then pat that, but pat it with your
Oh yeah, it's coming through.
slight parry, It almost feels like, almost like a gunting.
Yeah,
So really, just a lunge gunting.
Well, Ray said to just slightly push it offline and get yours online, and then you'll
That's what I mean. And it feels so good once you're there. Yeah, so there's still a place for those, but if we're not close enough to them and we're too out here, we're still in line. But they're like, if they went for like straight, they're just gonna turn and go bang and follow. And that's the problem we're doing a lot of the time. So what you're doing there, where it's just a hunch and you're a lot more mobile on your feet and you're turning and you're retracting way more. The fact that you're keeping the hand further back, it's making me chase it sometimes.
Yeah,
brings
and
my hand
opens
and my
you
head
up a
over.
bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's instead of me having to do the massive long shots,
Yeah.
now it's just pulling that back, following.
Yeah.
So
And like, I think once, I think you got a horns of the bull on me because I did that. I chased down here.
Yeah,
and just went bang. And I think you even like pivoted it away.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, you fully got away from it. And I was just like, oh crap. So like, yeah, it's already looking way better.
But you got to be in motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it means that you have way less intention because you're so more in the moment reading it.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm way more blank in my mind. I'm almost just stepping in. Oh, all right, what am I doing? It's still trying to be aware of doing actual moves, focusing more on my lean and my footwork and my weight distribution. And faking still, because I keep forgetting to fake as much. But the fake's more in class, I'm saying, is landing more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now the next step, I just want to move in more.
Yeah.
Once I'm in those positions, drive a little bit more forward.
Yeah.
Even though most of the time I seem to be driving, you've covered
it
it.
almost has to be 2 steps.
Yeah, because you've covered it. Like
Because a lot of time, if I do that, that's enough for 1 step.
Yeah.
If you do the second one, if I don't move, I'm in a lot of trouble. And even then, my posture's pretty screwed.
Yeah.
So a lot of time it's 2 steps. The problem is that we're both lining stuff up a lot of the time.
Well, I feel like as you've come to that first step, that's where I'm backing off because I'm thinking, oh, that's not a good
No, that's
spot.
fair. If you see me pivot off, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But even here, you should then roll.
Well, I need to think of 2 and come in a bit more
Yeah.
because at the moment I'm just going, oh, that doesn't look open, and step back.
Yeah.
But that's not taking.
And the retraction is like more dangerous as well than if you rolled and went circle.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll start coming in a bit on that, but it
Yeah.
won't go fast.
Yeah. That's good entry.
I knew that was going to be suicidal.
Good. You can tell when I'm stepping in.
See that then, if you had have done a second step,
As I was just thinking.
that
as
would
well.
have probably put me into a bad, like
Yeah.
I had a block.
Yeah,
But
you
then I
didn't
would have
you
had
didn't- You moved for the first step, but you didn't do the second.
Yeah.
And I was looking at that going.
I still
"Oh,
needed
this
to
is
get
another-"
there right around, so
Yeah.
that's
That
that
was-
second step.
That's exactly it. Because someone can, like,
Yeah,
without stepping, can just roll
Yeah.
and do that. But if you take another step,
Can you
and-
keep
yeah,
going?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then it's up to me to either move with it
yeah. Or come in.
and or do the right hands to somehow like make it even.
Yeah.
Like if I step and do the hands, I now actually dominate it and get you.
Yeah.
But if I just did the hands and no feet,
Yeah.
like it's equal to me. We're almost the same range, same control.
Okay.
So it's about moving the squats again, forward versus one simultaneous, all that
Yeah.
measurement, timing, distance. Nice, that's good.
Would have been good with the right. Yeah, that was good.
Cut the hand off.
Yeah, no, but doing that extra step put me
Yeah.
in a worse position.
Yeah,
so-
I just held it there.
yeah. If you had have turned slightly,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
chop wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah, true. No, I keep thinking you're not going to do those hand shots.
Yeah.
But like, I need to realize that people are doing those the most. Like, not because you, like everyone, like they see the hand and go hand. Like it's such common. I
Yeah,
do the
because
same.
it's so close.
Yeah, exactly. So I should be able to do that, but then I need to do these kind of things afterwards to
Yeah.
keep the hand safe. It makes sense.
Oh, nice last one. That'll do.
Right past your head. Oh, sorry.
Try to scoop and do it.
I think you were in range, but I think my thrust pushed you out of range.
Yeah.
It looked like that was going to hit me, and then it went backwards. And I was like,
Yeah, I was
Jesus.
gonna- Once
That's like
again,
you're doing the right entries, you're coming in,
Yeah.
going, that didn't work, come back out again. Sometimes it would work if you did another step back push.
yeah,
So if you did that and then continued again.
Yeah, I've got
But
a
then
few
other
more things.
times that would also walk you into one of my things.
Yeah, that's
those
really
times
hard.
where if you did another step, that's
Yeah.
going to be there, and yeah, I would have parried that down, and like, so like you're disconnecting at all of the right times.
I still feel when I'm going past, going for your face, I need that last step.
Yeah, and keep
Because
your hand close.
a lot of the time,
Yeah.
I'm doing that, but trying to parry yours,
Yeah.
and you just come
I'll
up
say,
with like a,
stop, don't wing it as much.
Yeah.
Because I'm not flicking it like the fish gutter.
yeah,
I do it more like a backside thrust coming up the middle.
Yeah, and I'm trying to
So if you
parry
have it closer into the middle for prayer hand, you can get the wax off a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So you'll slash that, and then as that goes through, yeah, exactly.
that's better,
Then
yeah.
you're winging it, so I'm getting underneath.
yeah,
And And
I'm expecting to do a parry.
You're expecting it to be like that.
Yeah, the fish gutter.
It comes from under, so you need you need this almost across the chest.
Right.
So like, if it's in the middle, it's not working. At the moment, it looks like it's here.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Yeah.
But I think bring it to the middle, and if that still doesn't work, it's actually almost. I think that's why Ray actually holds his stomach a lot.
Yeah.
He does that.
Yeah.
And that a lot. And I think it's because it crosses the body.
Right.
So like here, same if you go for my throat, it means that can come behind it.
Yeah.
And I can still, if I want to, bring it on that side with the plumer.
It actually, by you doing that, it forces you to go more sideways.
Yeah, it does.
Because when you're completely sideways, it's in the perfect spot.
See, well, when I do this, I almost touch my opposite shoulder.
Yeah.
And then now, if you do a thrust at me, I can just I can wait for that, and then it's about the roll then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll presume I'm coming in like that.
So yeah, almost. Yeah.
And get right out.
Cut across.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. There's little subtle things like that now. Like the
Yeah.
move, you already understand the move itself. You understand the simultaneous hand, head, footwork, everything.
Yeah.
Even the leading with the head that you're doing, that makes it look like you're falling instead.
Yeah.
That cuts like half a beat out. Instead, you're having to go load, push, and step. So
Yeah.
like at the moment, it's real subtle things. I'm digging it.
But you've got me every time I've tried to go to your head.
Yeah, because like I a lot of time have a lean.
Yeah.
So as you do it, I pull back on the lean, or I bump that upwards.
And I'm pretty
and then
straight.
I'm coming
I'm
under.
trying to parry that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially, I think a lot of time I actually have this up, and I actually sometimes go for your hand even.
Right.
So like I sometimes go
even
like
better.
that.
Yeah, if you can parry through.
Because I'm trying to just get that. I don't even need to parry that. I'm just bumping that up a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But that goes through it by itself. A lot of times it's more fingers or knuckles, not as much. I prefer it to be the wrist as the
So
tendon.
that's the old just sit it there and they'll go through it.
Yeah. It almost feels like the tappy drills that we're doing.
Yeah.
Because it feels like inside and
yeah.
outside. Like,
Yeah.
That's good. You got 2 or 3 deeper on that.
Yeah.
That literally just a roof block.
Yeah.
So if you see that, yeah. Because then you can almost
Yeah,
step
I could
forward if you want,
yeah.
or you can step back.
I had the wrong, I felt like I was going backwards or sideways.
No, you're good. You're thinking feet and head, which is the right idea, and you did the right feet and head. You just have to raise your right hand. This was here, and you just have to go back.
I felt like I did the old, when I parry, parries both out.
Yeah,
Instead
and
of,
almost open the middle window.
instead of staying and moving to yours.
Keep the blade there, move the body
That
and
would have
hands.
worked, yeah. Okay.
But even then, I'd still lift that.
Yeah, it's safer.
Just to bring it up, like, and even then, not as much in front, more pointed, like at the back.
Aim it at him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so just get the hole.
So that's there, I'm fucked now. Yeah.
Okay.
And so sometimes as well, I'll hit that or miss that. I've seen people scrape their fingers through the tip because it was more extended too.
Okay.
So sometimes like you go for a shot,
Yeah.
and it almost just
Cut through.
like it was lined up for that,
Yeah.
but then they went a little too high, or like that was able to go here, they just went yep, bang. It's nice, quite an aggressive reverse clover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, keep going. See, once again, because you were thinking about the head movement and the second pivot part.
Yeah,
if you hadn't done that second pivot or the step backwards, you would have cut that then.
Yeah. Nice.
As I know to Tom and a lot of the other guys, because they're only doing 1 in, 1 back.
Yeah.
1 in, 1 back. And that means that if they miss that one, they're just lined up nearly every time they're doing a pulgada. They've realised the same though, so they're getting better at doing their own counters. If someone goes for them, they're pulling back, going bang, which is nice. I'm seeing Tom do it, I've seen Jace do it.
Yeah,
Jace steps into this. But Tom has the pulgada range down and timing better than Joe's.
Yeah, he's loading.
Yeah, but it's good to fight both of them, especially to force people off that center line.
Yeah.
If you put them up against Tom and Jace back to back, people are going to start pivoting. They should anyway. Yeah, if they don't want to get face stabbed. So, yeah.
I think you bring it back far enough.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's just timing it. Nice. Got the fingers.
I'm waiting for it to come flying through.
Yeah, please don't fail me.
I should have stepped in there.
Yeah. That's all good. Once again, I should have felt defensive.
Yeah.
If either of us did defense there, we would have got a free shot.
Exactly, you should have held
Both
off.
went for it.
It's that in your head
Once again,
going.
like I did this, and so that was lined up. I
Yeah.
should have gone bang, bang.
And if I had just
if
stopped.
he turned and did the same.
Yeah, I just
at
needed
that
to
same
stop.
dip. Yeah.
And just keep
Literally,
going.
if either of us did just that.
Yeah, but when it gets that close to your
Yeah.
face and you just go, man.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta think defense.
Mm.
The defense is the offense is the defense.
Yeah.
Like it's it can be seen as an aggressive system, but it's quite defensive in its aggression.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Like,
Yeah,
it's hard to explain to people.
If you just go over all in the fence,
Yeah.
they'll just take you out.
It's not like you're
Yeah.
coming in constantly setting traps for your opponents, and you're playing good defensive footwork and weight shifting and angulation with fakes and whatnot, and just trying to keep a good range for your head and your hand and your feet.
Yeah.
But then it's like bait traps. Can I get that? Bait trap. Oh, that was sketchy. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That was really good.
Yeah. Okay. That's
You
when
did
I
like a slight pause and then did it as you
Yeah.
fell.
Well, I've
You had
noticed
like a broken rhythm and extended range and like that
I was always going side, so I thought I'll just come straight for a
yeah.
minute.
And you did it like down the middle, then turned it to number
Yeah,
5.
you know,
That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going up too close.
I was thinking that, I'm like, he's very close right now.
I got here and I went, shit.
Sorry, man.
No,
I think you did like a little fake to make you move it.
Yeah, I just went, shit, that's close.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
No, it was me going, shit, that's too close.
It's good that you're coming forward though,
Yeah,
because I know you know how to do Largo already.
yeah. Oh, shit. I'm going,
No, that was the right decision. Because I was like, he's coming forward, I'm not letting you.
Yeah. I thought do the second step and then I'm doing this. I'm going, okay, that's time to get out.
And lined up the thrust.
Yeah, I just
you,
went.
you went, nah. But you didn't jump so far out of range. You went there to counter.
Yeah.
That if I did that, you were pivoting already.
Yeah, if
That
I could
did
get out a
that,
bit.
I would have
Yeah.
extended, and now you would have had a re-entry and a shot. So that was good.
Yeah.
You recognise the danger and backed off, but you put the pressure on first.
Yeah.
Because you're missing that pressure a few weeks ago.
Oh,
You're just
yeah.
hanging back in the Largo too much. Now you got the pressure, but then you're getting stuck where you went, I put pressure on, if I either you either kill or get killed a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So if you can put the pressure on, realize danger, and then disconnect safely, but still land those kill shots occasionally. That's the better way to fight, I think.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
It just gives you the option of getting out.
Exactly. And then you can analyze your opponent and go, all right, where are they good, close or long, and then fight them where they're not.
Yeah.
And just force them into the area they don't enjoy. And some people are good at both, but they suck at the transitions. So it's going from close to long to close to long to close to long. Or that circle, they're going too much of a circle and not enough at the start in and out of the pulgada. Even if it's just them doing this as their circling kind of thing, just to extend the range. Because some people are good here, or even here, and then they're also good back here. Every time they circle, they're right off and they're in range. Yeah, and you're going, all right. You've fixed that. You've already fixed that as well.
Yeah.
You're further out now, and you go deeper. You don't just do like a 90-degree turn of the circle. You're getting all the way to the other side of it now.
What was that second step?
Yeah. So the second step of the Guro is such a big thing. Yeah. No, it's looking good, man. Do you want to do some katana in there?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, easy. Lost my lunch.
Bad timing. I parried your hand, but not. Maybe I should have even given it a nudge.
Yeah.
But like I parried it to there and tried to go and
back.
So maybe.
I think it was half dodging with an pulgada step.
Yeah.
So I think that would have hit, but I went backwards, and that also cleared it from under your hand and got through there. I don't know.
Maybe with the left foot forward, it would have been better.
Would have kept the left hand in there.
Yeah.
Because if you went right foot forward, it would have retracted your left hand as you did the right foot.
Yeah, because I felt like I let it go.
Because I always look at that range and go, oh, there's nothing. But this one, you get so much, like you can actually do something.
So when I parried that, I should have done a small step outwards or something.
Towards the arm.
Yeah.
You're still going to be careful.
I know you can roll under.
Yeah.
Then
even then, a lot of times, because I'm on the inside, I almost turn it into an Estrella. I almost like go hit.
Yeah, that'd work.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
think
think
I'm
I've had
not on the inside of that arm, so even if I get that check there, a lot of time I don't get it now.
Yeah.
I know that, and then if you roll when I touch that, that like sometimes it might put the head through it, but so a lot of times that protects me going through, and then I can come back and do that. And if as I'm rolling that, I see it go to the hand, I can retract it a lot of times and turn it back to the outside.
Yeah, because I feel like
so
that old one, remember we got really close before, and if we reached out to here, there was trouble.
Yeah, because then people went under and around.
So it's like keeping the tanto on. If you've just touched it, you're better actually going towards the weapon a bit and then try your stuff. Yeah. Because that's what it felt like. I just released it. We were able to go. And
pretty much. I stepped back as well, so I think it was a wedge right back there.
Yeah.
And I think as that went here, I dodged up and it released that.
That's what I was
good. Yeah.
And you could almost do that and come back.
Yeah. Well, that's it. This went first before I got this lined up. I think this was still checked when you went for that.
Oh, okay.
So that I was me dodging that and actually released this, which let me go back into this. Yeah. But if this wasn't checking it, I would have pivoted and done that. But you had a good check on the back of my weapon, so I had to detach the check first to be able to do that. Which forced me into having to use my left hand to pump and my pulgada because I couldn't use my sword to defend against your sword. Yeah. So it was actually a good trap set up for you because it means that if I couldn't use footwork, head movement, and my left hand to defend, and I was only used to blocking and deflecting with my sword like a lot of people do, I would have just died there. Yeah. So okay. Good. Pretty much if they were yellow or red belt, they would have just popped up. Yeah. One of the blue belts probably would have moved.
I was kind of embarrassed. I had a theory in my head to move towards it.
I think I changed halfway through.
Yeah, you were just
I think I did like an Estrella to a Pluma.
Yeah, it was.
I think I was washing the hands one, washing the hands two, and went here.
I definitely need you to extend a bit more.
Yeah.
I think you're just here, so you just cut.
Yeah, I'm purposely trying to keep it back.
Yeah.
I don't want to extend it, you just to be like, oh shit. So I am tight and close. And then a lot of time is you're coming in here, we're both extending the same.
Yeah,
and I felt that.
Yeah, but that's
And
extending
I've
my
kept
stuff.
this here and made you extend,
Yeah.
and then I re-enter. Yeah.
Okay. No, it's good. I've got a dodge.
Well, good range.
I could just.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, no, that was good. I've got to not stop.
Yeah.
When I stop,
When you pause, then
I start watching you,
Yeah.
and it's.
And I'm changing angles and stuff.
Yeah,
I might
you just
purposely make it
went
look
like
like
that,
I
yeah.
did this, so I could change that angle.
Yeah.
Because I realized that I'm going here straight,
Yeah.
here straight, and I was like, I need to go to the wrong side.
Yeah, you can come
And
across.
come around. And yeah. You're right. If I watch you too much, then I start to like, don't follow your.
That's what I did.
down.
I came in here and it's
Yeah.
ZZ. Oh shit.
Yeah, you doing these ones, and I like literally zone in on it sometimes,
Yeah.
and then sometimes even follow it, and they go, oh, what have I done?
Yeah. Oh.
It's about halfway to it, and I'm like, why am I chasing this? And I'm like, maybe I could turn it up, but it's usually too late for that point.
Yeah.
Oh, good parry. I was driving through with that one. Nice.
I'm trying that, but I need to have good defence.
Yeah.
I can't just do that.
Yeah, I should have lifted my hand higher when I saw you go for it.
That was one
So
of.
as I've done that, I should have gone up.
Yeah. That was one of those
Or
ones.
stepped. Like
No,
actually,
but-
if I'd stepped, it would have moved my forearm.
Remember we were talking about whether to try that here or when you're standing up
Yeah.
and doing. That would have been better.
Yeah,
I was leaning.
retract first,
Yeah.
and then once
exactly.
you're up, you can do it a bit better.
But to do it leaning over,
Yeah.
it just opens
Or
you up.
if you went around,
Yeah.
you can also like, yeah,
There was two.
yeah,
Yeah, just down one.
that'll happen. Oh, nice.
Okay. So
Sounds
let's
good.
step in.
Yeah, let's see how much it works. And it's because it look like you're going past.
Yeah,
and then you
and then
just
just
step to
fell.
make it and like look like you stopped for a second. But I was like, oh, that'll be an easier shot. Then almost made me go for it and give you my fingers. That was good.
So that's the easier
That's
version
That's
of
broken
non-telegraphic.
rhythm, the right footwork by stepping with the back foot, where you fell instead of stepping, so you didn't
Yeah, so it's non-telegraphic.
non-telegraphic footwork with the right feet, with a broken rhythm pause to set me up as a bait because it made me mirror the pause.
Jesus.
No, there's a lot going on.
I wasn't.
It's such a, I was like, but then it just like that was good. I think you did plunge to the outside as well.
Yeah.
So that
Oh,
your,
yeah,
so
it
your
was
hand
out.
moved out with your
Yeah,
body. Like just a whole bunch of stuff. I think you even pivoted it afterwards.
Yeah.
I think you
Oh,
did. I
look
think you
down
got
and
hand and then you turn.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
exactly.
did that.
So like you defensively, like afterwards, lined up, you retracted, safe, and then misdirection, timing, range, like just a bunch of shit. That was
See,
good.
that's when-
that's like 7 things simultaneous almost.
Yeah.
It's such a subtle game.
That's where non-telegraphic feels like it's good.
Yeah.
Where me out here and just trying to come
Yeah.
in and just fall,
Yeah.
like I get those guys.
Yeah.
1 out of 1,000 and
That's
touching.
it. Like if you do it from too far out, it's too obvious.
Yeah.
Ray's great at it, but
Oh,
he's been
he-
doing it for decades. and
Yeah, he
decades,
just
right?
kills us with it.
Yeah.
But for us,
Yeah.
that seems
So
like,
I'm still trying to emulate Ray in a way, but I'm trying to build up to what he's got.
Yeah.
So I can't just jump straight to it.
no.
I just
Well, you
stand
see,
up.
every time I've done that to you,
Yeah.
whatever.
But there are times that like that will backfire what you just did.
Yeah.
Because they like as you go for it.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes
Well,
will let it lift and go to your
Yeah.
throat, and you're
Mm.
stepping through it.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then half the time you just trying to throw your head back a bit quicker.
Well, once again-
sometimes that's when you can retract with your sword.
yeah. If I'm thinking
Yeah.
of getting off the
That's what I mean,
side,
if you're already like have the pivot lined up in your head because you've already figured out defensively what's the best setup for your offense and defense.
But it has to pull my arm right back, like you said. If I leave it halfway,
Nearly every time I pivot at the moment, I touch my ribs.
Yeah.
No matter where I'm going.
And that works.
Yeah.
Did you want to do time?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, nice.
Okay, well that felt a lot better.